Hi, in this lab we will evaluate recent IoT attacks. Firstly, we will research recent IoT attacks, and then we will describe the mitigation techniques. As you know, the number of IoT devices continue to grow at exponential rate. So are the number of attacks on these devices. There are a wide variety of attacks on IoT devices that have been documented and reported on the news. So as an IT professional working with IoT devices, it is important to be aware of the wide range of attacks and vulnerabilities that have occurred on these devices. It is also important to know how to defend against and minimize the damage from these types of attacks. Now, firstly, we will research recent IoT attacks using search engine. On Google, I enter the keyword recent IoT attacks example. And on the first result, we have the 5 worst examples of IoT hacking and vulnerabilities. And we have firstly the Mirai botnet. Second, the hackable cardiac devices from St. Jude. The OLED Wi-Fi baby heart monitor vulnerabilities, the GenNet webcam hack, and the Jeep hack. And for each of the information or the attack, we need to answer 5 questions. Firstly, what was the name or type of attack? Second, what was targeted? Third, who was affected? Fourth, how did the attack occur? Describe details of what happened. And what is the source of your information, include the URL. And for the Mirai botnet attack, we will answer the first question, what was the name or type of attack? So you can see this is a DDoS attack. What was targeted? Here, Twitter, The Guardian, Netflix, Reddit, and CNN. The third question, who was affected? The affected may be the users using Twitter or the readers on The Guardian, the user of Netflix, and etc. The fourth question, how did the attack occur? You can see here, the attack built an IoT botnet named Mirai, or the Mirai is a malware that was used in the IoT botnet. And then the botnet continually searched the internet for vulnerable IoT devices and then use known default username and password to log in, infecting them with malware and make them to be the bot. And after that, they have an enormous IoT botnet and they use it to attack Twitter, The Guardian, and other famous companies. And the fifth question, what is the source of the information? Maybe we will click here for more information on The Guardian. The DDoS attack that disrupted internet was largest of its kind in history on The Guardian. Next, you should read other attacks and answer 5 questions for each attack. on the second part, we will describe mitigation technique. We will reflect on how each of these attacks could be mitigated. For example, we might research and answer the following questions. Could the attack have been prevented? Can it be defended against? What measures need to be implemented in order to mitigate the attacks or minimize the impact? And what other information about the attack should be described? Now we turn back to the Mirai botnet and answer the first question. Could this attack have been prevented? And you see, it lead to a huge portion of the internet going down. So the answer is the attack could not have been prevented. The second question, can it be defended against? So in my opinion, uh, because there are many IoT devices in the world, so it's very difficult to be defended against. Maybe we only can minimize the impact. The third question is what measures need to be implemented in order to mitigate the attacks or minimize the impact. And you can search for some information here. For example, changing username and password, and firmware update, software update, and password should be unique per device, and always patch IoT device, etc. And the fourth question, what other information about the attack should be described? So we need to read more information from the PC magazine or the Guardian here to get more information about the attack. And then you should read the other attacks and answer the 4 questions for the mitigation technique. So that is all for this lab. Thanks for watching.